Hey guys, it's Stephanie, and I wanted to talk about my favorite Christmas movies, or movies that I really go out of my way to try to watch every year during this season. So I'm starting off right off the bat talking about what is probably my favorite Christmas movie ever, and that is The Family Stone. There is so much I love about this movie. First of all, I would say the cast is great. It's got like Sarah Jessica Parker, Dermot Mulroney, Diane Keaton, Craig T. Nelson, Rachel McAdams, and like Luke Wilson. There's nothing I love more than stories about families, and this is the story of Dermot Mulroney, who is the eldest son, bringing his uptight girlfriend, Sarah Jessica Parker, to meet his family. It has so much charm. It's very awkward. You know, she's very rigid and uptight and has a really hard time really getting to know them, and Rachel McAdams is like not nice to her, and then there's comedic elements, there's dramatic story beats. There are two scenes in this movie that make me tear up every time I watch them, and I do watch this movie at least once, and by at least once I mean like around 3 times every year during winter. The next movie was a movie I discovered last year, but I know it's going to be a movie I watch every year, and that is Krampus. This one was a surprise because I thought it was going to be really cheesy, and while it isn't the most serious, darkest horror movie, it does have a little bit of camp in it. I thought it was so well done. Just the tone of everything and the visuals. It has Adam Scott and Toni Collette, and Toni Collette's sister's family is over for Christmas, and they start bickering, and Krampus comes to visit and starts. This family is holed up in their house trying to fight against Krampus, and I love this movie. I watched it twice last year, and I will definitely be watching it again soon. A movie that I end up watching multiple times every year and is a little bit out of my control is Home Alone. My son is obsessed with Home Alone. Obsessed. So I do get the privilege of watching Home Alone every day for about a month or 3. Luckily, Home Alone is a good movie, and even though I've seen it more times than any human should ever have to watch Home Alone, I say it holds up. Like, it's still a really good movie. I think it's well written. It's a really good, well written, fun movie. And I've talked about this many times before, but I think every family has like their Christmas movie that they watch. Like, my husband's family is like an elf family. And my best friend growing up, like, her family was like a Christmas Vacation family. My family was a big Christmas Story family. Every Christmas Eve, that was our movie that we would watch before we would go to bed. So it's a good one. It's a classic. I made my husband watch it. He wasn't as big of a fan of it as like I am, because I obviously have all these nostalgic attachments to it, but I obviously think it's a good one if I'm including it in this list. But sidebar, I also want to know what your like family Christmas movie is. Like the movie that like your family watches together like every year around Christmas. And then I have 2 Christmas rom-coms that I really love, even though I will acknowledge their faults. And that is Love Actually and The Holiday. Love Actually, there are a lot of plot lines that are so weird, and like if you really take a moment to like think about what the implications are of where this storyline is going, like they're not great. But there are just so many good Christmas feels in this movie. This is like the royalty of like British acting is in this. You know, we got Dame Emma Thompson, Colin Firth, and like Liam Neeson, and you know, the late Alan Rickman. And it's great. I love Emma Thompson in this so much. Her story breaks my heart. And I don't know, guys. I love this movie. I know that it's weird, and there's a lot of like weird storylines. Like, what the heck was Andrew Lincoln thinking in this? I don't know. And The Holiday, like that home switch movie with Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz, where Kate Winslet's romantic interest is Jack Black, and Cameron Diaz's romantic interest is Jude Law. I love Kate Winslet's storyline in this. I don't like Cameron Diaz's as much because hers isn't as... One, like her storyline isn't as interesting, and 2, she does a lot of physical comedy in this that I'm not a fan of. Like, her movements just come off as like really spastic, and I don't know, it kind of gets on my nerves. Whereas like Kate Winslet, I think, has a better storyline And in her storyline, she like meets this old man and like spends time with him and like helps him. And it's just a lot more endearing than like Cameron Diaz needing a break and hooking up with Kate Winslet's brother. Personally, that's my opinion. But I love this movie so much, and I will watch it every Christmas because I love Kate Winslet's story so much. So anyway, guys, those are some of my favorite Christmas movies that I do make a point to watch at least once a year around this time. Let me know if you agree with any of the movies that I picked, or let me know what some of your movies are that you watch every year. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!